It doesn't look like gauntlets are firing this afternoon. Maybe we'll just play some Legacy and then try again tomorrow to record some matches with us. That said, I really wanted to play some. Okay, but what you also have to know is that the tournament organizers don't pay out the prize money for a Grand Prix. Uh, the Grand Prix prize money is paid out by Wizards of the Coast. It's part of their advertising budget. All of the Grand Prix prize money comes from Wizards of the Coast, not the event organizers. So, like, I understand that Grand Prix are not cheap to run, but if you're telling me that, like, all of your operating costs come out of your entry fees and you don't have to pay out prize money, like, if Star City can afford to run opens every weekend where they pay out prize money and pay for staff and pay for halls and pay for that, like, these GP organizers have plenty of money, like, especially at $65 and $80 a head. Yeah, like the TOs are not the ones paying out the money at all. And a lot of players don't know that. So, like, whenever people tell me, like, they can't afford to do this and that, it's like, that's a crock of crap. Like, if Star City can afford to do what they do, you guys can definitely. When you're charging your players more, you're charging vendors astronomical amounts of money. Like, don't even get into me. There's a reason why none of those numbers are public, because they're making money hand over fist, I'm sure. Womp womp. And it still costs less. Yep. Yep. This is sad. Not good hex advertising. Can't find a match. That's part of the reason I've been pushing this game so hard. I just like playing it, and I want to play a lot more people in so we can play more often. Usually, like, early evening US is when the gauntlets fire pretty quickly, and on the weekends and stuff. So we might just swap to. Might just fire Moto up. Got a Legacy open this weekend, so playing matches of that isn't the worst thing I could do. Let's see if anyone on. I asked if anyone wanted to play Constructed Gauntlet in chat, and someone was like, no one wants to play Constructed Gauntlet with you. And I was like, that's so sad. I'm not that good at this game. So I asked if anyone wants to just play some challenge matches for fun. Just want to battle a little bit. Let's see who on the friend list is on. The old Gauntlet fires more often, less people stress about playing it. Yeah, I like playing the Switch to the Mothership and play the Eldrazi Overlords. Yep, I mean, that's the Legacy deck I got borrowed right now, so if we play Legacy, we're playing. $15? Good lord. Alright, we're going to leave this 60 more seconds looking for a gauntlet match, and then we're going to switch over and play some Legacy. And we will try and stream Hex again tomorrow before I leave. That's a big spike. There aren't that many Legacy players. There aren't that many Legacy tournaments. So like whenever Legacy spikes a card like that, it's always kind of amusing, I think. That being said, I definitely think like the Thorn build is better than the Trinisphere builds people have been trying. So we got that going for us. All right. Sorry, Hex folks. I think we're gonna admit defeat here. They've been trying to find a gauntlet match for 20 minutes, and it's not queuing this afternoon. The set 3's been out for a while, so Constructed hasn't been nearly as popular. So we're gonna go ahead and boot up Windows here so we can play Magic Online. Let's do it. That's fine. My wife would probably yell at me if she knew I was playing Hex anyways. She said I should need to practice Legacy for this weekend. My wife knows how to play Magic. She doesn't really play all that often. She doesn't play competitively at all. It'd be tough for both of us to be able to play and travel with the kids. You know, my wife's actually really been liking, she's been playing Hex as well, because it's got the PvE campaigns that she can play through, so she can play through that on her own and learn with the computer and stuff, so. Might be worth trying to get her to try something like that, something similar that's slightly less, you know, like my wife doesn't have any interest in like the super competitive aspect of anything, but she's liked the story aspect of Hex and all that. Alright, so I think I'm already in a league with this. Is that? Oh, that's a modern league. I'm in a modern league. We're definitely not playing that. We hold 1-2 in the modern league. Top 8 of the open, 1-2 in the league, you know. Well, it's smashing into this format too. Just in the server and graphics a bit. You're not. This is really the MTGO interface. You're not. Yep. It is not pretty in the slightest. Don't want to make any changes to this. I think I'm happy with this setup. Yeah, let's just. We're talking about possibly doing things to make the lands match up better, I think was the tough one. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and submit like this. Maybe we'll just dodge lands. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a stretch to say that the Eldrazi deck in Legacy is strictly better than the mud decks that have already existed in the format, like the artifact stompy-ish decks. Just because like this deck has its lockout draws and its aggressive draws, whereas the stompy decks, the mud decks previously in Legacy, if they didn't have their lockout draws, they were just super clunky. I've not top 8'd every open I played this season. I missed, I top 16'd and top 64. There were 2 standard opens. I've top 8'd every modern open this season. I top 16'd and top 64 the 2 standard opens I've played. So I've cashed every open this season. So that even that metric is really good. Like a lot of people don't put enough onus on like how difficult it is to like consistently cash large Magic events. So in a burn heavy environment, I don't think Eidolon of Rhetoric's very good against burn, so probably not. So this Eldrazi deck's actually been putting up really good numbers. The only things we've lost to are basically like lands and the mirror, so that's kind of scary. Yeah, Eldrazi, exactly. Like this has a much better backup plan than like Mud does. This hand kind of sucks on the draw. On the play, I think I guess we can go turn 1 Mimic. We've got Temple. Yeah, I'll keep it, I guess. We could just, like, die on his turn, too. Hopefully he's playing something fair. Underground Sea Duress. So he's playing Storm, and we're dead. That being said, if we would have mulliganed to a faster hand, he probably would have just taken it away and killed us anyways. Mind Stone's not the worst draw. Yeah, the Miracles matchup, I haven't lost to it yet. I watched Lisette stream last night, and he was splashing. What was he splashing? He was splashing. He cut his splash so he could play back to basics on his deck, so he could improve his Eldrazi matchup. So next turn, we're gonna Matter Reshaper. Miss a land drop for me, bud. You can do it. I believe. Rough. So I'd be pretty surprised if we don't die next turn. How's it going, Avid user? Shuffle. Yeah. Whenever the combo deck like shuffles on their ponder, you just like do this little dance on the inside. That means they didn't find what they're looking for. It's like so you're saying there's a chance. Hey, this is Legacy. The Eldrazi deck is the fair, balanced aggro deck in Legacy. Okay. Like the things that go on in this format, like they're not clean at all. Yeah, our opponent's playing looks like Ant. So for those that aren't super familiar with Legacy, there are 2 different Storm decks. We know our opponent's playing a Storm deck because they have main deck Duress, and I am assuming that they are playing the Ant version of Storm and not Tess because they haven't played any Rainbow lands like City of Brass or Gemstone Mines yet. The Ant deck is considered the more consistent, slightly slower deck. It's like a turn 2.5, turn 3 deck, whereas Tess is more consistent to killing your opponent on the first or second turn of the game. Another thing to take note is that Tess generally plays Burning Wish, whereas this deck does not. The mini Hooglands are both sleeping right now. I'm sure my youngest will probably be awake before we're done streaming, but... Oh, you know what? Actually, I can turn the light on in my... Oh, I'm just going to open this up, actually, get some natural light in here. Look at that. You can see my face? Not that anyone really wants that. Ant is the one that puts up more results. It's more consistent, so I'd be pretty surprised if it's not the... Name's Mind Stone? Oh, he knew we had the Mind Stone. Okay, I was like, man, he just like had the reads, but I forgot he probed us. Speaking of Gitaxian Probe, that is my least favorite card in the history of Magic. It's just like it gets rid of one of the elements of the game just like for no reason. Ant equal ad nauseum, tendrils, test equal epic storm if y'all are running. Yeah, that those are what the acronyms stand for. It's actually funny because in the current Legacy format, Ant is actually goes off with Past in Flames more often than ad nauseum, whereas Tess goes off with ad nauseum more often. Ooh, you know what? Playing the Urborg kind of helps him out here. It lets him use this land without paying life. That being said, I'm pretty sure we're just dead this turn regardless, so... Yeah, like not only does for Gitaxian Probe like make your deck have that many cards in it. Oh wow! So we could get